Now, if you're vegan, or if you've even ever thought for a second about being vegan, someone somewhere has asked you,
so where do you get your protein?
So I'm going to show you where I get mine. Now, during this nugget, I'll be showing footage of me eating one of my most protein-rich meals. Now, there are my dates and my mountain of lettuce, so you can watch me chow down throughout this video. Now, I'm not going to go into all the nuances and details of the vegan protein debate. Just going to talk a little bit about it, show you where I get my protein from, and about how much I average daily. There are so many vegan sources of protein, and vegan diets can vary as much in content as non-vegan diets. First off, and this is something I'll go into more detail later, we don't really require as much protein as most of us think we do. And in reality, it's virtually impossible to not get enough protein. Unless, of course, you aren't consuming enough calories at all, or you're exclusively eating highly processed refined foods. Just to satisfy the question, some vegan sources of protein include vegetables, specifically leafy greens, just see the rapid munching me as a reference, broccoli, zucchini, and other vegetables, all variety of beans, tofu, tempeh, nuts and nut butters, non-dairy milks, quinoa, lentils, sprouted bread products, and believe it or not, fruits have protein. Any whole food is actually made up of carbohydrates, protein, and fat, and contains a percentage of each of those categories. In a very basic way, protein is for growth and repair. Now, if you think about a time in our lives when we need to grow the very most, it's when we're infants. This is the time in our lives when we will experience our most rapid growth, and thus have our highest need for protein per calorie ever. So, it follows that human breast milk would need to have the most amount of protein per calories of anything that we would ever need to eat. And human breast milk is 6% protein, which is less than cherries, oranges, peaches, strawberries, watermelon, tomato, cucumbers, potatoes, lettuce, spinach, broccoli, carrots, cabbage, and countless other fruits and vegetables. And now for some stats. The typical U.S. recommended daily allowance is currently 46 grams per day for women and 56 grams of protein per day for men. This is roughly 0.36 grams per pound of body weight or 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. In all reality, the percentage of protein from our entire daily intake is more important than the grams of protein. So let's see how my diet measures up. Well, I consumed all of my dates, 2.2% protein, adding 2.4 grams for me, and almost all of my lettuce, 5 pounds of it at least, at 17.4% protein, which added a whopping 28 grams of protein for me.
The experience of a mental disorder increases the probability of choosing a vegetarian diet, and that being a vegetarian is a fairly significant commitment, and it picks up people at the fringe of the obsessive-compulsive spectrum. Essentially meaning you have to be crazy to even go vegetarian, God forbid vegan.
So now for my breakfast and lunch. It's basically going to be what you see in front of you, organic cantaloupe. So I'll probably have 2 of these for breakfast and maybe 3 of them for lunch, but I might throw in another one because these guys are kind of small.